The opinions and comments expressed in this podcast are solely those of the students and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of sjspr.radio or St. John's School.
You are turning into sjspr.radio. This is Senior Talk, the show where we pick seniors' brains about school life and real life. I'm your host, Zoraya Rodríguez-Mowzoun, and joining me in this episode is my dear friend, Jaime Camacho!
Very glad to be here with you.
So, I want to talk about our first days of school, because I've been in St. John since kindergarten, so I basically grew up here. But you came in 9th grade, and not only did you come into a 9th grade to a completely different school, you came in the year the pandemic hit us. So walk me through your first day of school and your first year in St. John's.
I mean, like, my first year in St. John's, since it was pandemic year, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember stumping in to the first day, and, like, the 2020 seniors came with, like, the little, their entrance was going on. And I was shell-shocked because, like, in my old school, there was nothing like that. Like, the seniors coming in with the whole music and everything. I was just completely lost. And me recuerdo que mi locker was in another place, which, like, made me come late into English class.
Who was your teacher?
Jaisa.
Jaisa.
I love her so much. I miss her. Yeah, but it was an experience, my first day in St. John's.
I remember vividly my first interaction with you. Because we didn't talk until, like, October. And I remember this is such a random memory. I remember we were in PE, because that was the only class we had together that year. And we were assigned hacer bailes, to do dances for, like, a grade. I had the TikTok dances. And I was practicing my dance in a dance move, and you copied my move. And that's, like, my first, like, vivid memory of
I remember
you.
this. It was in the old gym. Before they took down the wall.
Exacto, the old fitness room.
You were looking at yourself in the mirror. You're self-absorbed, and you were, like, doing the hand twirl, which is like...
Sí, pa! Eso, yeah.
The little hand twirl. And you were like, I don't know. I remember doing that.
And you were with Luis.
I was with Luis and Diego.
I remember Luis there.
Yeah, Luis and Diego. Or either Stewie.
Algo así.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember this moment. I think you were like, I don't remember who you were. We were with
My group was with Emma and Alisa. And
I think
killed
it was Alisa.
It was Alisa, Emma, and I.
No, yeah, but I remember Alisa being next to you
No,
in that moment.
exactly.
Definitely.
And then, what were your first reactions with quarantine? How did quarantine go for you? With a weird, like, online school? Because, like, you were still, like, it was still, like, a new year for you. So, how was all of that?
I mean, like, the moment of realization, like, 2 months into quarantine, my dad was like, why don't you have many friends at St. John's? And I was like, I've only been in there, like, for 5 months. I barely got any experience there. And in terms of the classes, it was, like, fine, I guess, for us. Like, mirando la situación, era las mejores clases posibles. Pero así socialmente, like, todo paró. Y like, la cuarentena estaba bien hasta el 10º, porque es que in 9th grade you still had hope. 9th grade still had hope. In 10th grade you entered with hope until October. Like, around October, everyone's hope died.
Can I remember... Okay, wait, before we go to 10th grade, I want to finish 9th grade. I remember in 9th grade when we celebrated my 15th birthday, it was, like, May 2020, like, we hadn't seen each other since March 13th, and then I had invited you and, like, 3 of my close friends over, and we were with math, we were playing, like, pool and, like, the Uno, and it was so nice, but it was, like, it was funny, because it was, like, I'll do the picture, they can see it, that was in my house, that's also with our friend Diego, and it was, like, crazy times.
I remember you made a Kahoot for yourself and your other friends.
Oh my god, I did because obviously we couldn't do a big birthday party, so hice un Google Meet with all my friends, and then obviously you were there with me in person, and we did Zoraya trivia, and I did like 15 questions about me and like see which friend knows me the best. And then it was Stella Viton one. And she got like, I like got her a box of donuts.
I remember you got the box of donuts.
But and then 10th grade, I remember in 10th grade, wasn't it that we were supposed to start physically in 10th grade, I believe? And then había otro, because then we started getting a lot of tourists, and that's what ruined it for us.
10th grade, we were supposed to not start physical. We were supposed to start hybrid.
Exacto, hybrid. So it'd be one day yes, one day no. But I remember very vividly, like in July, the Forbes like did this like article, like, oh, like there's barely anyone in Puerto Rico. Like it's a great vacation spot to like leave your quarantine and like all that. And then we started getting so many tourists. Y dañó todo, and we had to stick to online.
Yeah.
But we hung out a lot more in 10th grade. Like in 10th grade, beginning of 10th grade.
I mean, as much as you can hang out, honestly, and during quarantine, because it was still very intense.
No, but we hung out more than like for like the circumstances. Like.
Of course, plus we knew each other much better.
100%.
I was like, we were barely 5 months into a friendship when quarantine hit, which is crazy. I still remember the announcement of quarantine.
Yeah, I remember having good conversations with you. I remember I called you. You had like calls like every single night.
Basically.
So I think that would help us get closer.
I remember us bonding, during like quarantine and playing like Among Us.
See, in quarantine, the game was like Among Us. And I remember, like, we would do, like, these games with, like, friends. Also, our friends from different schools. We would do, like, send out the code, and all of us would play Among Us. And, like, that was fun. I remember in class, in 10th grade with Francisco, we would play Among Us in English. And I remember, like, tricking people and, like, winning the game.
I won a game with Francisco.
Me too. And I was imposter, and I was so proud.
I blame Sebastián Ortiz.
I blamed Jaime Pedraza. It was me, Ana Cruzado, y Jaime Pedraza. And then I killed someone, and I was, like, hanging around with Ana Cruzado, and we was walking around. And then Jaime reported the body. And then I was like, self-report. Ana and I were together the whole time, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I remember also what I did to Ortiz. Ortiz reported everybody.
Really?
So I was like, why did he report everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was the imposter. I won. What can I say?
So,
I'm talented.
we're just cool like that.
Anyways.
And then March in 10th grade, we started doing hybrid. But then it got shut down in April. And then we went back hybrid in May for like 3 weeks. I don't remember the reason. But it was like, I should have sent in those pictures. I
think that one of those pictures are there.
Not from 10th grade. But it was so nice. And like, even though it was like, because in that schedule, you would meet with your classes 2 to 3 times a week. So you'd basically have like one class online and one hybrid. So it was cool because you got to see like, okay, one day I see like my students and like my classmates and teachers on Google Meet, and the other day like in person. And even like I remember in lunch, you remember the tables had like the plastic dividers, and it just felt like you were in jail.
No, the thing about hybrid is I took French 1, and all my classmates were like 7th graders and 8th graders. So when I went to the classroom, I was alone with the teacher. It was me and 2 people online.
Right. Porque, for reference, people who don't know, 7th, 8th, and 9th it was 7th, 8th one day, 9th, 10th one day, and 11th and 12th another day. And no, embuste. It was 7th, 8th, and 9th one day, and 10th, 11th, 12th another day. So it was 7th through 9th Mondays and Thursdays, and it was us with 11th and 12th grade Tuesdays and Fridays. I remember this because Claudia, one of my good friends, was the grade below me, and I never saw her in school because she went to school a different day.
Yeah, and 10th graders are not supposed to take French 1 for a reference.
Hey, breaking
boundaries.
Exacto. And then we have 11th grade where we got to go back in person for 11th grade. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I loved 11th grade.
11th grade was an experience.
That's us in 11th grade. And I remember that picture was when we were practicing el field day dance. So that was cool about 11th grade. Like, it felt like more normal.
I mean, 11th grade was completely normal in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. Just like masks.
Yeah, like, on, like, solo Ortiz. Like, Mr. Ortiz pasando era lo único irregular de ese año, porque es que, like, Ortiz diciendo de las mascarillas, pero aparte de eso, todo el mundo estaba normal.
So it was like weird having people like, oh, put your mask up, because in home you don't have to have a mask para que hello you at your house. And then also we had our junior fashion show in 11th grade. That was very fun. I loved that. And then here's the thing, we actually had to change the date of our fashion show because there was a flood.
In that flood, it was the Taxis tournament, so I was like, we were not supposed to like get to the fashion show. We were supposed to get late to the fashion show, the basketball team.
Right.
And that was the whole dilemma. It actually spawned the day we moved it. We also had to delay the fashion show for the basketball team.
I also had the Taxi tournament for soccer though, not for basketball.
No, yeah, pero se movió al lunes.
Ajá.
Pues el lunes yo tenía un juego contra Marista, que ustedes empezaron bien tarde.
¿Verdad?
Porque es que habían como 10 chamacos que no podían ir.
Yeah. What else do we have in 11th grade? Like, our ring ceremony.
Everything.
We have a picture of that too.
Yeah.
I love the ring ceremony. Is fun too.
Everything about 11th grade was so amazing. I don't know if it...
10 out of 10. Loved 11th grade.
I don't know if it's because it was like a great year or it was just because we weren't in quarantine.
So.
Because like, I don't know. It was just an amazing year. Everything felt right.
Everything is like it was very smooth. We had field day. We had like
the field day.
Also, in 11th grade, also like student council wise, because in 10th grade it was my first year in executive council as member at large, but I had an online induction. So I was like, and then all the activities were online. So then being like vice president of the executive council in 11th grade and doing like the fun Friday activities, that's where we started. And like when we did like teacher versus student dodgeball, like just being able to like see everyone come together was like the highlight of my 11th grade, I think.
Yeah, just like everyone was playing basketball. I was just talking. Like the seniors were super nice that year.
I miss the seniors.
I miss the seniors so much too.
I had like a chat of like the executive council from last year, like the girls.
Yeah.
And like I'm always like, guys, is it like normal to get like college mail? And like I asked them like all like my college questions, and like I filled them in and like what's going on with the school, because school's also gone through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
So.
The only change that the school has not gone through is JoJo. JoJo's still here.
We love JoJo. For reference, JoJo was executive council president in 2020 to 2021, and then executive council member at large 2019 to 2020, and then he was his class president last year, so 2021 to 2022. Excellent job. Promoted school spirit so much. He he was the first president to get the National Gold Council of Excellence Award for the St. John School Student Council. And he was still around in school in August. We still saw him around. He inducted me actually this year when I was inducted as president. So.
Yeah. Everything about 11th grade was amazing. And sports coming back was so nice. Because like, at least me, I don't know of you coming to the field, pero
I hear from everything.
Yeah. Like coming into the hardwood and the court, it has a particular smell. I don't know, when you come into the court, the St. John's court, it has like a particular smell and aroma. I don't know if it's just me.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just me.
I mean, I play soccer, not basketball.
It's not a sport anyway.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Anyway, continuing.
I like to see you play soccer.
Continuing. I like to see you play basketball. Anyway.
Okay. Who said I won't?
Continuing.
Continuing on.
It was great to have the sports. Everyone's so...
Jaime was varsity MVP last year. So, yes, Jaime. So, yeah. Here's a little shout out.
Everyone's just like... Everyone put in a lot of effort, even if it wasn't your sport.
I think everyone's just happy to be back as well.
Yeah.
And like just like opportunities to do soccer, I mean sports in general, the clubs, teachers were super happy to be back, and like all the teachers gave me like a big hug coming back. Like everyone just wanted to be back. But we didn't have futsal last year, so
proof that it's not a sport.
Nah, no papi. I miss futsal because the last time I played futsal was 8th grade. But what's funny was that our futsal season in 9th grade was supposed to start March 16th. So literally like the week after the weekend that they announced like no more school.
I do remember y'all having practices in the gym.
See, we would practice all the time, like, but whatever. Now we are seniors. How is that going for you?
Senior year, it's going pretty well, I think. I don't know. I'm navigating through the classes still. I still feel very fresh, you know? I haven't caught senioritis yet, which is a very good thing.
I mean, we're only in September.
We're only in September, but like you've seen people. People are not turning in their work.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I've like senior year. It's a lot of work. This week has been a lot, but I love it. Why did you roll your eyes?
You've been talking about it the whole week.
Yes, because I had such a long week. Like Jaime this morning, he's like, I feel like I haven't talked to you this week. It's like, pero siempre hay algo. Porque I feel like for you, like, your basketball season doesn't start yet, so like, you have like you're like in the calm season now.
I mean, soccer hasn't started yet.
I know, but I'm executive council president.
Oh,
this
sorry,
year.
I forget.
Okay, never mind. Like, but I love it. Like, I love being able to like do all these activities.
No, yeah, you're in there because you love it.
Exactly.
It's not like other people. Like you are there because you love it.
I'm not doing it for the resume. I've been doing this since 7th grade, but it just feels nice to be back. Also, this is our first week of masks are optional, so that has been amazing as well. Because everyone was over masks. Like even when masks weren't optional this year, people would just be like teaching without the mask on, and just like students would just go in like. So it's good to finally be like mask optional because I feel like okay, like the pandemic is behind us. We are moving forward.
COVID is still a real thing, but like, it's just better.
You never got COVID, right?
I never got COVID.
I got COVID October 2020. So like before the vaccine, I was like suffering for 2 weeks. I had Zoom call dinners with my family. I had all the symptoms.
I do remember this time. Like. The first day they told me that masks were optional, I felt so naked. Like
really?
Because I never brought my own mask. I always came to the library and took a mask. And when I was taking the mask, Alex from the 11th grader was like, masks are not mandatory anymore. And I was like, it took me a second to process it.
I mean, you can wear one if you want to, but I don't want to wear one.
No, I'm not gonna wear it, but like, just like the pressure to put one on, the thrill of not having a mask.
Just like. And like seeing people smile. I feel like also when you have like a mask and like you smile at someone, like no se aguanta.
It's so weird to see people now.
And like see like people that you've always seen with like a mask without their mask on. I feel like you're like discovering a new like layer of them. Also,
not about discovering a new layer about them. People in our class that we saw fully like constantly without a mask. Last time was in 9th grade.
Crazy.
I was seeing some people without masks, and I was like, God damn, I forgot you look like that. I forgot you look like that.
Fun. I also want to give a special recognition to like teachers, cause quarantine was not easy. Like, also shout out to our new dean of student life, Miss Lopez. Love her. She's been doing so well.
Lopez has been helping me.
Lopez is my queen. Like. And also, Adis has been doing a really good job. But Adis is now principal instead of dean. Also,
thank you for like mentioning the teachers. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, being in like 9th grade to 8th grade, how was PE online? That's like a full year of PE online.
Oh my god! I remember we had to watch these fitness videos, and you have to have your camera, so you have to like doing like
jumping jacks.
And then when I think the days I would be feeling lazy, I would put my computer in like a higher area and just be doing. This and then maybe like sometimes moving my head up, it looks like I'm like jumping.
I used to put it on my torso, on my on like my waist and like just like move my hips.
If I do push-ups, like I had like my camera like tilting up and then just be on my knees and
I just when they told us to do push-ups, I just like sat on the floor and waited it out until it was like
and then we had to do meditation.
I fell asleep in one of those meditations.
No, I remember. I have a picture of that. I should have sent it in. After every workout in 9th grade, we would have like a meditation section. And then one of them, Jaime fell asleep, and you have his camera on, and Jaime just passed out.
I was meditating. I was in peace.
Hey, that was the point.
You were hating. You were hating. I remember you sent me that picture.
It's a funny picture.
No, yeah, nothing.
Oh, shout out to Miss Bea. We love that woman so much.
Yeah, I had a really good conversation with Bea today. I was in her classroom doing some work. Bea has really been a good help. And I passed her class and her UP exam, so that's always amazing.
Yeah, I loved her. I had her for AP English language in 11th grade. You had her for lit, right?
For literature, yes.
AP English literature.
Yeah, I learned about poems.
About what?
Poems.
Do you feel more poetic now?
What can I say? I'm a scholar.
So, senior year, colleges. We're not gonna talk about where we want to go because we're not gonna spoil it. Pero, what's your like approach on it?
I don't think people want to know where we're going to college. I don't think people care enough to be like spoiled over a college
but I
decision.
mean like it's embarrassing. Like see, like my number one college is
And then you
college
get rejected.
A, and then in like a few months you're committed to like college D.
I remember seeing the 2022 seniors. Like some of them had those acceptance videos when you. I'm not doing that.
I'm like gonna record myself.
You would
so gonna record myself.
No, I wouldn't do that. You know the shame is like waitlisted.
Okay, but you don't
rejected.
Post it.
No, yeah, but now you're gonna have a video of you crying about getting rejected in your camera roll.
Bro, it's so mental. You have that for memories, and then you can do like the progress you took. Like, okay, I got rejected from this college, but this one took me. So.
Yeah, my approach to college has been like very laid back. You know.
Very what?
Laid back, I would say, because like I'm not trying to early decision or nothing like that. I'm just trying to like get into a college. You know. Be happy with my decision, not rush into anything. How about yours?
Well, I am doing early decision to a college that I hopefully will get into. I'm not gonna say where, just in case I don't.
Oh, you're so mysterious.
Bro, and then I'm doing 3 early actions and 2 early decision. And not because I'm rushing it, but I feel like I'm very clear on what I want to do. So since I'm very clear and I'm already very set on the school, I just want to give my all. And
that's a way to put it.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you harassed me for a week over a project.
No, because we worked on a project together that was announced over a week in advance. And I was sick the day they chose partners, so I was stuck with this kid.
What do you mean? I sent you a message. I gave you an
you
option.
Were like, Zoraya, we're working together. You didn't ask me. It was a statement, not a question.
Yo, okay.
So we had to do 6 pages about an event that happened locally. I do my page, está todo set, the photos, reading comprehension, todo set, 6 paragraphs, ¿verdad? So the day before it's due. It's like 10 p.m. Yo chequeo para revisar todo. Y, I check out her partners. She did all her things.
She didn't do all her things.
Most of it.
She was up until like 3 a.m. doing it.
And then I check Jaime's section. And you know what Jaime's section says? Jaime.
I wasn't home at 10 at night.
Papi, we had over a week to do it, and you didn't do it.
Okay, it was done. Did it get done on time?
He ended up staying up till 2 a.m. doing it. Not good student etiquette.
Did it get done?
If we get a bad grade on that, I'm not gonna be happy with you.
Are you my mother?
In a way, telling you to do your work. But this week has been really stressful. I don't know. Have you not had
do you want to talk about your week?
Bro, so much. But and then now we have a tropical storm hitting us, and it's gonna ruin our weekend potentially.
I mean, I've blocked out everything about the storm. I know there's a storm coming. I know like all the things, but I just like blocked it out. I haven't processed there's a storm coming.
The only reason I'm thinking about it is because I had plans today because my best friend's birthday.
Oh.
And
Shout out Ana Eva.
Shout out Ana Eva Fortunio. That's my sister.
17 years old.
17 years old.
Young. 17 years old.
Young. 17 years young.
Young. There we go.
Okay, that sounds weird. Anyways. But and then we have our first class activity tomorrow. Not class activity, but out of school class activity. And quizá it gets
it should be moved. Just for security reasons. It should be moved.
What if it doesn't rain? Because I was looking at
What if it doesn't rain?
No,
what if it does?
Listen. I was looking at the weather thing. Yes, I was going to hit like the west of PR. Not that much of the north.
Yeah.
We live in the north.
Yeah. So. But like, if it moves 1 degree, this is Patricia del Toro told me this before coming here. If it moves 1 degree, it goes through the center of Puerto Rico. And you will not risk all that just for like a little class party.
Yeah, you're right, but we'll see. I'm very excited for senior year. I'm very hyped. I think I'm ready to get a lot of things done. I'm ready to have a good senior year. School spirit, school pride.
That's the thing
I'm
about
ready.
senior. That's the thing about senior year. We're already in senior year. You can't be excited for something you're already in. I don't mean it like, you just like, how much is there to look forward to?
A
No,
lot of
yeah,
things.
like college, like
Not just that, but it's also like
soccer, yeah, like everything. But
it's the last year that we're gonna be
It is
seeing
the
each other
last year.
5 times a week,
Pero,
unless we
like,
go to the same college.
you're saying it. Oh, I am excited for senior year. It's already happening.
And I'm
It's
still
already going
excited.
away. I'm so sorry.
And I'm still excited. Just because it's already happening doesn't mean I can't be excited for it.
I mean, I am excited for it, but you just gotta live in the moment. You
And
know,
I am.
you're living in the moment.
Currently,
You're
I'm
living in your
excited.
week, in your stressful week.
I'm already past the stressfulness. Ya yo hice todo. Cheers to a good senior year.
Amen.
Air high five. Anyways. Well, that's about it for now. But before we go, I want to thank my guest, fellow senior, and dear friend, Jaime Camacho, for coming with me on this episode.
It was a pleasure having this conversation with you.
If you're a senior and you still haven't signed up, contact our parent producer, Zoraya at 787-501-8000. Please include your name on that text message so we know who you are. For sjspr.radio and Senior Talk, this is Soraya Rodríguez-Mowzoun. Until next time,